Welcome to Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee. But the Trojans here at the Vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the wiregrass. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Georgia State Panthers taking on the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Trojans offense takes the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense, and guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And the Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for space, it's Braswell. Turning it on! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be fourth down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the RPO and throw it right across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Makes the grab. It's Taylor.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Panthers! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Finds his man. It's Thomas. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Higgins. There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They're working that left side, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Caught over the middle. It's Braswell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Brown wants to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Braswell. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The give to the back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Simmons. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lovett. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Catch in the middle, it's Connor. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Here's a heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we could debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Connor. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And the try is no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game, still sitting at 10.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Gets it past the marker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Brown wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blackburn. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll let it go to the left. Makes a grab deep. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Caught behind the line. It's Blackburn. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Braswell. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Wants to throw on 3rd. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to...
Touchdown, Georgia State. Great job by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score Georgia State 24, Troy 7.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here comes the option. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Brown wants to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Crowder. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grab near the marker, it's Thomas. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great timing there in the curl route by the QB. Gets it out early, and against zone coverage, because he gets it to his receiver so quick, he's able to turn it up and get the 1st down.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Lovett. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Finds a tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lovett. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Using his legs, it's Meadows. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. Touchdown, Trojans! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here comes the 2-point try. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books.
Georgia State.